A man encountered a car accident because he left home on time. When he woke up again, the time had gone back to 7:50. It seemed like a nightmare. However, when he was about to change clothes, another self walked out of the dressing room. The man was scared out of his wits. However, the other self didn't notice anything unusual and continued making his own work preparations. At this moment, the man was amazed to find that all the actions of this self in front of him were exactly the same as what he had just recalled. Soon, the time came to 8 o'clock sharp. Thinking of the upcoming car accident, the man immediately blocked the doorway. Unfortunately, his obstruction was completely ineffective, passing through his own body like a ghost. What followed was still the same as in his memory. The man watched helplessly as he was hit and sent flying again. The next second, the man woke up with a start again. Time had returned to 7:53. However, by this time, the two previous selves had already appeared in the room. Although he didn't understand what exactly had happened, the man, who already knew the final outcome, wanted to try hard to save himself. Watching the speeding car approaching, the man suddenly thought of the key to the problem. Since he couldn't stop the person, then he should stop the car. He went outside and saw the tragedy about to unfold again. The man grabbed a Santa Claus from the ground and threw it at the car. Sure enough, the car, under surprise attack, directly lost control. Had he finally escaped this time? However, the next second, the out-of-control car actually flipped back again. He woke up once more. Time had come to 7:58. This time, he only had 2 minutes to save himself. He quickly rushed to the door. However, it was already too late. Immediately afterwards, the man woke up again. This time, it was already 8 o'clock sharp. Was there really no hope? The man angrily threw the alarm clock in his hand. It happened to hit the only black wall clock in the room that was still at 7:50. The next second, time seemed to stop. Everything slowed down, and only the man himself could move freely. So he quickly rushed outside the house. All the events did not stop. They just slowed down. The man looked towards the distant sky. Wasn't it just the beginning of a beautiful day? Looking at himself dominated by time, the man finally understood everything. He closed his pocket watch. Instantly, he returned to the scene of leaving the house for the first time.